Memo bi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. NDC for atro enkrata katre Afenyo Markin say edru embra se or apologize to Right Honorable Speaker. Na ohwe Afenyo Markin de warrior or the nimgwase bre parliament. And then no nam ha or china no take action we say he's just a crybaby. Obi asema wa kan o say Freemason ya o crybaby say dem hu bi da. Asre sabe say hey gala for enumu wonsemo. O say Freemason ya o crybaby say the other. Anyway, now let's go into NDC for letter no. I say apologize to the Right Honorable Speaker and desist from further desecrating the institution of Parliament. Majority caucus in Parliament to MPP Minority Leader Honorable Afenyo Markin. Now say the NDC Majority caucus in Parliament has taken notice of the continuous personal attacks on the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament by the leader of the MPP Minority caucus, Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin. There's something subtle that the NDC is doing in this letter. The fact that they are stressing on the NDC majority, MPP minority, NDC. Okay, letter now. The first, the heading and then the first paragraph now. No, I'm not trying no twice. I'm so much trust. Yes, yeah, NDC yeah majority. Now the second point, I say, having abused Article 1123. And Order 53 of the Standing Orders of Parliament to trigger another urgent recall of Parliament for the third time this year on Thursday, 7th November 2024, Honorable Afenyo Markin and members of the MPP minority completely abandoned the parliamentary chamber and business of Parliament. That is, this is the third time Afenyo Markin what trigger Parliament and our MPP for trigger Parliament Embrana Parliament our journey sitting. Now, number 3, they say, the NDC Majority Caucus is highly disappointed in they are stressing on it again. The NDC Majority Caucus is highly disappointed that instead of appearing in the chamber yesterday to transact the so-called urgent business for which MPs had to abandon their campaign activities and honor the recall, the minority leader, Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin, and the MPP caucus did not only abandon the chamber, but Honorable Afenyo Markin embarked on a vitriolic media campaign against the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament. I see, in a series of viral media interviews, Minority Leader Afenyo Markin could be heard attacking the Right Honorable Speaker in very unsavory and unparliamentary terms on becoming of a Minority Leader of the MPP caucus in Parliament. I said the NDC Majority Caucus demands an immediate and unqualified apology from Minority Leader Afenyo Markin for unwarranted attacks, which were deliberately calculated to lower the office of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament in the eyes of right-thinking Ghanaians. So I say, baby, this is the third time more abusive process no. Aba say, Yembra Parliament, Jani Sandai. Yaba Parliament, Yaba no. You people didn't show up. Now, so I show up now. When show up no. Sabi, idea bia enchayi. But ni nechi no wie no. Wako media mu ko kasa de ase udi abambagbe na tem. A wo mo tre se enchayi. Eni kwan se wo yesa. Enchayi bako sei. Enti no, ombra be pacho. Ombra be apologize. Because I did why no we go Parliament fin enya abambag be pen we go ne ho fin we go Parliament fin because abambag den eyo speaker. I say send me read here. The NDC Majority Caucus demands an immediate and unqualified apology from Minority Leader Afenyo Markin for the unwarranted attacks which were deliberately calculated to lower the office of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament in the eyes of right-thinking Ghanaians. I say we wish to state for the records that the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament has done no wrong to deserve such unfair and disrespectful attacks from the leader of the MPP Minority Caucus. The Right Honorable Speaker has always been firm and resolute in defending the Constitution, and he deserves commendation for protecting the sanctity of the Parliament of Ghana and our democratic institution. And I've said this, and I'm going to say it again. Abambagbin ondi boni onye boni bia And so the fact that the MPP keeps attacking him, it doesn't make sense to me. He has done nothing wrong. He has done nothing wrong. And I'll say it and I'll say it again. Abambagben has done nothing wrong. And NDC Fokano. I say, if there is anyone who deserves such harsh and unfair criticism, it must be the leader of the MPP Minority Caucus, Honorable Afenyo Markin, who continues to abuse parliamentary processes just to satisfy his personal ego. I say, as of yesterday, when Minority Leader Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin subjected the House to an urgent recall for the third time, he struggled to mobilize less than 30 MPP MPs of Parliament. This was partly the reason why he could not lead the MPP Minority Caucus into the chamber to conduct the business of government. Into here, you see Afenyo Markin idea what ye ne nimguasie ne ekano. Nimguasie ekano ne say MPP MPs no a wo mo bae no mundu 30 mpo. MPP MPs wo mo ba parliament no mundu 30. They weren't even up to 30. Into onim say na komo ba parliament ona na kenimguasie be komo. Omo ntumi nye business bia, omo ntumi take decision bia. Ehunti ena ode akwakoshe eye Abambagben kon. And I've told you, these people, nkrofobia, they don't like accepting responsibility. It is also noteworthy that despite the deliberate abuse of the constitutional provision and the standing orders of Parliament to needlessly recall the House, the NDC Majority Caucus were able to marshal in excess of 100 MPs who were ready and willing to transact public business. The NDC for by any normal bro 100 and normal ready some take decisions. This was in spite of the fact that members of the MPP Minority Caucus who initiated the recall of the House failed to appear in the parliamentary chamber, forcing the Right Honourable Speaker to adjourn the House indefinitely. We wish to serve notice to the leader of the MPP Minority Caucus, Honourable Afenyo Markin, that if he has any intentions to trigger another recall of Parliament pursuant to Order 53 and Article 1123 of the Constitution, then he should brace himself for resistance. This is because the NDC Majority Caucus will no longer tolerate his reckless abuse of the parliamentary process. The NDC for say Afenyo Markin say because Afenyo Markin has said that he will recall Parliament again. And the NDC for say Afenyo Markin say omo NDC for better na say no one say why ade we ya unto ne hofo because this time around here NDC for so baba be resisting. NDC for baba resisting no longer no omo tolerating the biom. Also, we call on the people of Ghana to condemn the MPP minority in Parliament for taking the people of Ghana for granted by abusing constitutional and parliamentary processes and causing huge financial loss to the Ghanaian taxpayer. Finally, we wish to advise Minority Leader Afenyo Markin to let go of his ego and render an unqualified apology to Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament who has distinguished himself during his legislative career that spanned more than 3 decades. And so this is the letter from NDC to Afenyo Markin, and for me it makes perfect sense. And you know, that is that. NDC for say they will no longer tolerate Afenyo Markin. You know, I'm going to try and watch your comment box.